Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Call of Juarez Gunslinger. We're about to start the first and possibly only mission of episode 5, Dancing with Renegades. Let's get started.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven. Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Oh. I'm used to seeing a gun in my vision, so I assumed it was still a cinematic. Why can I only walk? This is weird. I can't sprint. So yeah, there's a Renegade Apache. I'm assuming I'm going to be ambushed.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move.
Oh yeah, my gun.
He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution, and were more than willing to die for him.
I don't like not having the high ground. Well, that seems like the type of place you'd put a nugget of truth. But to the bridge.
They saw me before I saw them.
Like in shootouts like that, my first instinct probably should be to jump for cover, but I'm me, so we don't go for cover. We just stand there and take all of their shots.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Is this portrayal of Native Americans race or sensitive? I have no idea. Like, it's not speaking of blah, 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 blah. I just love those last breath shots, because it's like, last breath, you are playing poorly.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there.
I find I need to aim, like, I'm still not sure how these crosshairs work. I feel like I need to aim a little bit higher than I would have thought in order to get headshots.
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I've got a lot of those.
that water? That water sounds a lot like horses.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
I love the cinematicness of like, oh yeah, and then story, and then like huge elements of the level actually change. I also like the boosted experience
that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
I also like the boosted experience for strings of kills because it really encourages the high and fly, fast shooting playstyle. Because here's the thing, normally I'm a really cautious guy. And I get annoyed at games that have mechanics that reward kind of fast and reckless behavior, or more mechanics that penalize people for being slow and cautious. But in this game, the bonus experience from string kills is very, like, narratively makes sense because it encourages the type of gunplay that fits with your character.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
And torches appear. Yeah, like my biggest gripe about games is when mechanics seem to punish players for no real reason. Just because they have a certain playstyle. Like, that's what really irritates me about Borderlands, because a lot of their design really punishes snipers, yet a bunch of their design is specifically like a bunch of their skill sets are particularly targeted towards snipers. You know, if they didn't emphasize the sniper combat, then it's perfectly reasonable to not, you know, to kind of like punish people for playing as snipers.
How big was this cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Admittedly, it is a little weird that the screen is so busy.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
I also love how the secondary character sometimes sees control of the story.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
I hate how it hits quick time events every now and again, because I'm not expecting it and I just try and shoot. I am weirded out that their skin appears almost yellow. What, were they afraid of making them being too brown and also blending in?
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Yeah, that's a big opening.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
His face is so
You
angry.
carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
Okay, that seems offensive, but also the main character is an old Western guy, so...
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Ah, sound effects! Okay, hopefully things are still recording. Apologies if there aren't. I'm not sure if you guys got that stutter. I'm assuming you did.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
Okay, what actually showed up? Ah, so I have 2 skill points available. Okay, Dueling, Desperado, Trapper, Close Quarters, Fighter. Sure. Okay, sure. I tend to bias myself towards bonus experience things because it allows me to get other things more quickly. Which is why I screwed over my first run of Fallout 3, because there's a bonus experience skill which was useless because it was level capped.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back. I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo is right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Okay, cannot see where these guys are coming from. Oh, because one was directly above me. That's why I couldn't see it.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son,
I was
there had to
scratching
be
my
at least
nose. That's
100
unfair.
Apaches around me. 100? God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Remember the time I missed every shot in an eye blink? That was great.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
Oh, I actually
I
got all
followed
the
it
nuggets
because
in the
I
level.
desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Alright. And that's that. I really hate how I can't watch these cutscenes as an intro to the next thing.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Alright, so next time we'll be doing episode 6, The Dalton Brothers.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville.
I like the guy in the top left.
I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
fighting on the side of right?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Alright, so next time we will be playing the mission They Call Me Bounty Hunter. I will see you then!